Welcome to Governance Lab. I'm Dr. Nick, where governance becomes competitive advantage. Today, we're going to answer a question that almost every organization gets wrong. Who is really responsible for ESG? Is it the board of directors, the CEO, human resources, the sustainability department, or perhaps procurement? Many companies spend years debating this question. Unfortunately, while they are debating ownership, they are making very little progress. Because the truth is this: the biggest reason ESG initiatives fail isn't because companies lack resources. It's because they assign ESG to the wrong people. Today, let's explore who should really own ESG and why the answer might completely change the way your organization manages sustainability. Imagine this: a company proudly publishes its first ESG report. The report looks impressive. It contains beautiful charts, professional photographs, environmental statistics, employee engagement programs, community activities. The company even receives positive comments on social media. 6 months later, however, nothing has changed inside the organization. Departments still work in silos. Procurement continues selecting suppliers based only on price. Managers still measure success only by quarterly profits. Employees believe ESG is someone else's responsibility. The sustainability team works harder than ever, but the organization itself does not become more sustainable. Why? Because everyone believes someone else owns ESG. Here's a simple question: if ESG belongs to one department, why does it affect every department? And if every department is affected by ESG, should only one department be responsible? That's the question we're answering today. Several years ago, I was involved in a discussion about implementing ESG within an organization. Management wanted to know which department should lead the initiative. Immediately, different answers appeared around the meeting room. Someone said, human resources should manage ESG because it involves employees. Another person disagreed. No, ESG is about environmental compliance. It should belong to the safety and environment department. A finance manager suggested another idea. ESG reporting involves disclosures, so finance should coordinate everything. Then procurement was mentioned. Since suppliers are now being evaluated on ESG criteria, procurement should take ownership. Everyone had a reasonable argument. But everyone was also looking at ESG through the lens of their own department. After listening for almost an hour, one senior executive asked a simple question: if every department believes another department owns ESG, who is actually leading the company? The room became completely silent. That question revealed the real problem. The discussion wasn't about ESG, it was about leadership, because ESG is not simply a project, it is a way of managing an organization. One of the biggest mistakes organizations make is treating ESG as a departmental program. They appoint an ESG manager, create an ESG committee, assign one department to prepare reports, and then assume the company has successfully implemented ESG. But that isn't how organizations work. Let's think about a simple example. Imagine your company wants to reduce carbon emissions. Who is responsible? Is it only the sustainability department? Not really. Operations decides how efficiently machines are used. Maintenance determines whether equipment consumes unnecessary energy. Procurement selects suppliers and products. Finance approves investment budgets. Human resources trains employees. Senior management sets priorities. Employees decide whether they actually follow company policies. No single department controls carbon emissions. Now think about workplace safety. Is safety only the responsibility of the safety department? Of course not. Managers create the working environment. Employees follow procedures. Maintenance keeps equipment safe. Human resources develops competency. Senior management provides resources. Safety professionals provide expertise. Again, responsibility is shared. The same principle applies to ESG. Now let's consider governance. Many people believe governance belongs to internal audit or compliance. But governance begins long before an audit takes place. Every purchasing decision, every hiring decision, every financial approval, every supplier evaluation, every management meeting, every business strategy, every ethical decision. These are all governance decisions. Governance is not something a department performs. Governance is how leaders make decisions every day. This is why organizations often fail. They confuse accountability with responsibility. The board of directors is accountable. Senior management is responsible for execution. Department heads are responsible for implementation. Employees are responsible for daily behavior. Each level has a different role, but every level has responsibility. Imagine a football team who is responsible for winning. The coach, the captain, the goalkeeper, the striker, the defenders. The answer is obvious. Everyone has different responsibilities, but everyone contributes to the result. No football team wins because only one player performs well. The same is true for ESG. Companies do not become sustainable because they hired an ESG manager. They become sustainable because every business function supports the same strategy. This is why mature organizations rarely ask, which department owns ESG? Instead, they ask, how do we embed ESG into every business decision? That is a completely different question, and it produces completely different results. Imagine two manufacturing companies. Both produce similar products. Both employ around 1,000 people. Both supply multinational customers and have published ESG reports. At first glance, they appear equally committed to sustainability. But behind the scenes, they operate very differently. Company A believes ESG belongs to the sustainability department. A small team of 4 collects data and prepares reports. Outside that office, very little changes. Role _1, the specialist, looks tired, holding a tablet in a cluttered factory office. Operations focuses only on production. Procurement cares only about the lowest price. Finance looks at short-term costs. Management rarely discusses ESG in strategy meetings. The department works harder every year, but the organization stays the same. Now, look at Company B. Instead of asking who owns ESG, they asked how every department contributes. Leadership integrated ESG into the corporate strategy. Finance considers sustainability in investments. Procurement assesses supplier ethics. Operations improves energy efficiency. HR embeds ESG into training. No department claimed ownership. Every department accepted responsibility. When international customers raised standards, Company B was ready. Winning new business became easier, and investors took notice. The difference wasn't the report, the difference was leadership. So who is actually responsible for ESG? The answer is simple. Everyone is responsible, but not everyone has the same role. Everything begins with leadership. The board of directors provides governance by setting long-term strategy, overseeing risks, and holding management accountable. The CEO then turns that strategy into action. When leaders consistently discuss ESG, employees understand it is a genuine organizational priority. Senior management translates strategy into daily operations. Their decisions influence procurement, recruitment, production, investment, safety, quality, and customer relationships. Every department contributes differently, but all departments influence ESG performance. Many organizations believe human resources owns ESG, but this is a misconception. HR builds culture and develops people, yet it cannot deliver ESG alone. Procurement manages responsible sourcing and supplier governance. Finance guides sustainable investment decisions. Operations improve efficiency and safety. Compliance strengthens governance. Marketing protects reputation. Every employee contributes through the decisions they make each day. This is why ESG should never be viewed as a department. It is a management system embedded throughout the organization. If your organization wants ESG to succeed, focus on 5 practical actions. First, define accountability at every level. The board provides oversight, executives provide leadership, managers execute strategy. And employees contribute through daily decisions. Everyone should understand their role. Second, integrate ESG into existing business processes instead of treating it as a separate initiative. Procurement, performance management, budgeting, risk management, supplier selection, and investment decisions should naturally include ESG considerations. Third, measure ESG through business performance rather than sustainability reports alone. Monitor supplier compliance, workplace safety, employee engagement, operational efficiency, governance, and customer satisfaction. And environmental performance. What gets measured gets improved. Fourth, encourage collaboration instead of asking who owns ESG. The better question is how each department can contribute to stronger environmental, social, and governance outcomes. Finally, leadership must lead by example. Employees pay more attention to what leaders consistently do than what they occasionally say. A strong ESG culture always begins with leadership. Let's summarize today's discussion. ESG is not owned by a single department. It is a shared organizational responsibility. The board provides governance and strategic direction, while management converts strategy into execution. Every department contributes in different ways, but every contribution matters. The most successful organizations do not treat ESG as an additional program. They embed it into everyday decisions, allowing sustainability to become part of normal business operations instead of a corporate slogan. Before we end, I'd like to leave you with one thought. Many organizations spend too much time asking who owns ESG. I believe that is the wrong question. A better question is, how can every decision improve our environmental, social, and governance performance? ESG is not a department, a committee, or a report. It is the way an organization chooses to lead. Leadership shapes culture, culture shapes behavior, and behavior ultimately determines long-term sustainability. If your organization still believes ESG belongs to one department, share this episode with your colleagues and leadership team. The real challenge is not creating another ESG committee. It is helping every employee understand how their daily decisions contribute to long-term business success. If you found this episode valuable, subscribe to Dr. Nick Governance Lab for practical insights on ESG, governance, procurement, compliance, leadership, and business strategy. I'm Dr. Nick. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.